Well, hello again. And at the end of Menopause Awareness Month, October 2021, I thought I'd actually hop on here just for a very quick little word of positivity, because so much that we've heard over the last few weeks, months, years has been negative and talking about all the terrible side effects and symptoms that come with menopause and changing hormones. We've talked so much, haven't we, about anxiety, mental health, night sweats, insomnia, achy bones, migraines, headaches, vaginal dryness. I mean, you name it, the list just goes on and on and on. And yes, of course, there is really helpful, good advice and information out there, particularly relating to the safety and health benefits of HRT and more. But actually, more broadly, I kind of wanted to finish the month on a positive note. You know me and the team here at Earle Wellbeing, it's trying to find the positives, trying to find evidence-based information that is helpful and inspiring and uplifting. So, trying to think about all the good things about the menopause. Well, I guess the obvious one is no more periods. So, saves a fortune, no more monthly cramps, no more PMS, all of those things. So that's a definite tick, don't you think? No more unplanned pregnancies, don't have to worry about that. That's kind of in the past. And yes, it is a shift in time. It's a moving on, they call it the change. And it is a change, and it's a time for change, and it's a time for liberation and change. And I think if we can manage our symptoms, and there are so many helpful ways that we can do that, and so many brilliant resources. I hope that everybody has downloaded the free Balance app. It's an amazing app. It tracks your symptoms. It's got so many links to helpful resources and forums and discussion groups and just contact, that community contact. And it also gives you a checklist that you can print off or download and send your doctor or take to your doctor to start those conversations about how to get help during perimenopause and menopause. There's also lots of free online resources. There's Menopause Doctor, the website. There's the Menopause Charity, of course, which started this year. I've got a whole free menopause section on lizarwellbeing.com. There's two big sections, actually, in addition to all the healthy stuff that we do. One is for gut health, because that's a big part of what we talk about here. And the other, of course, is menopause health. And I think at this stage of life, mostly menopause is happening really by our early 50s. It can be plus or minus several years, but that's kind of average. And hopefully, for so many of us, that is kind of halfway through. The average life expectancy for women in the UK, I think now is either 82 or 84. But anyway, it's creeping up there. It used to be not that long ago, it was around 60. So it won't be that long, probably, before we see it getting into 90 plus. And I think that if we really try and look after ourselves, we manage our weight, we know that weight gain is a really important factor when it comes to things like breast cancer and heart disease and all of those things. It's an opportunity, it's a time to get fitter and stronger. If we can reclaim our natural hormones, get our sleep back, improve our mood, improve our immune system, improve our strength and resilience. I have to say, I am fitter and more toned in my 50s than I was, possibly in my 30s, certainly in my 40s. I'm kind of strong, and I do that because it's not about being a skinny mini. It's about being fit and healthy and being strong and really wanting to go into the second half of my life better than ever before. And actually, while I was thinking about what I was going to say to try and end this Menopause Awareness Month on a positive note, I actually pulled out the Good Menopause Guide, which is the book that I wrote a few years ago. And it's divided into chapters, obviously, and it's got a lot of food, so a lot of really delicious foodie recipes. But chapter 8 is a very small chapter, very short. It's just 2 pages long. And it says conclusions. So I just wanted to refer back to it because I found it really helpful actually rereading this. And I wrote this. I said, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this book, other than a greater understanding and awareness of such a transformative phase in our lives, it's to be so much kinder to yourself. And I think there is this awareness now that our bodies are changing. We're not the women that we were perhaps before, but we should be better for it. We should come through this better equipped, stronger, more resilient, with renewed energy, hopefully, renewed joie de vivre and joy and zest for life. We've hopefully got to a stage in our lives where we know who we are as women. We know how we like to dress, who our friends are, where we like to go. We've got perhaps children growing up and leaving home, hopefully giving us a little bit more time maybe. We've reached a stage perhaps in our careers where we are managing other people. We've got to a stage where we can start to hand over some responsibility and just finding what really makes us tick. What is happening inside us, how we want to live the rest of our lives. So I hope that we can end this month on a note of positivity and a note of inspiration for great change. And actually the last few lines that I wrote here, it says, we must take a positive stand and talk to our daughters now and encourage them to follow a healthier path for their long-term health and happiness. And last but not least, we need to stand alongside our sisterhood in sharing our own highs and lows to bring menopause out of the mysterious darkness and into the bright, shining light. So there you go. I leave that thought with you at the end of this month when there's been so much chat about hormone health, and I'm sure there will continue to be. But please, let's be positive. Let's focus on the bright, shining light ahead. And when we do find help, we need to share that with all those around us who are perhaps still struggling or living in a darkened corner of the world. So thanks for being with us on Menopause Awareness Month. Do check out the resources. I'll make sure that there are plenty listed in the URL, which is the link above me. Don't forget to leave a comment below, because it would be great to keep this conversation going. And I look forward to seeing you back here next time. Lots more chat, as always, across all our social media channels on earlewellbeing.com. You can follow us, of course, on Twitter, Instagram, particularly good, Facebook, lots happening. So I look forward to seeing you again very soon. And thanks for all your support, for all that we're doing here at Earle Wellbeing. And onwards. Bye-bye.